Hiya folks, JD here, and today we're going to be looking at this. What is this? Well, this is the ThiEYE DR X. It is a mobile camera platform controlled by your smartphone. So we have 4 brush motors, a 1080p camera at the front, fixed angle, 30 frames a second apparently. Capable of taking photos. It is a really nice industrial look to it. It feels quite nice as well. It has optical flow. It is able to fly for up to about 10 minutes. And all in all, I think this is going to be a pretty good little fella. So far, it appeals. It really appeals to me. It looks industrial, as I said yesterday. It feels industrial. It's of average build quality, I would say. It feels quite nice, but it obviously, you've got to remember that if this comes down hard on concrete, it's probably going to snap. But that being said, I think it's got a lot more going for it than just the camera and just the flight. There are a couple of really nice options with this as well. Right, so what we're going to be doing today, well, this video is a little bit different because I recorded this in 2 different locations because I wanted to try and showcase all of the quadcopter. So we start off, we look at the quad, we look at its standard flight in selfie mode where the controls are reversed, and then I change halfway through, go to a new location, and then we alter the controls to standard mode where the controls are forward, back, left and right. Everything is normal. Then we use the 360 view and we have a little look around all of us and see exactly how that 360 view works. Then we have a little look at the FPV footage, and then obviously then I'll give you my thoughts on it as well. Let me know what you think. If you've already seen this, let me know. I think it looks pretty good, but there's only one way to find out, and that is for us to fly it. Off we go. Okay, so first of all, the on and off button is on the bottom, so let's click to turn it on. It does take a couple of seconds to come on. Come on, there we go. As soon as you see a little red LED, flip it back around as quick as you can, start those gyros calibrating, and then we can connect it to the broadcasting Wi-Fi, hopefully, and then from there we can open up the DR X app and we can take her up to fly. There we go, straight into the ThiEYE SSID connected. Beautiful. And now we should be able to connect straight to the DR X app. Okay, so allowed to use my location, that's fine. Let's skip through the manual. We've read the manual comes with it, but if you hadn't read it, that's a good opportunity to go through it and read the safety guidelines. So let's have a quick little look at the settings. So we've got enough storage. I've calibrated her already, that's okay. So from here I think I'm going to just press flight. There's nothing that I can see so far that makes me think that you can reverse those directional movement settings, but I'll have a little look as well if there is, and I'll put a little tag at the bottom of this video. Right then folks, so from here we can click calibrate just to calibrate. It has to be on a flat level surface. Calibration finished. It's as easy as that. Now we can use the 1 key takeoff and we can take up. So let's go, my friends. Right, we are up. Okay, so let's move in front. Let's see what this camera is like straight off. So if I lift her up, the camera is angled down, so you have got to angle it in a particular way. Right, so this is what we've got. So the quad is quite high up in order for it to see me because the camera is angled down. So that's holding its position extremely well. Let's take a couple of photos. So you've got quite a good field of view on it. It's not too bad at all. It is quite, yeah, you got quite a good angle there. Okay, let's move her forward by pushing her backwards, and then she goes forward quite well actually. She's quite a nice little distance. Oh, did you see that? She brought herself back a little bit. Now I don't know if that was because she came out of if I lost Wi-Fi. It didn't look to be, but still. Okay, now this is a proper little mobile selfie or mobile camera platform in the same vein as the Tello. She flies quite well. Well, she does, look at her. She's holding her position with the optical flow sensor extremely well. I did wait a little bit later to come out today so we had proper light so we could really see what the sensor was like. and she seems to be doing quite well. The position of those propellers as well, by the propeller guards, there's plenty of room there, as you can see, so you're not going to be hitting those propeller guards anytime soon. Now, because we have a slight camber on this hill, a little bit going down, well, look at that, the wind's buffeting her, and she's just, again, holding her position really well. No problem whatsoever. That looks to be quite good. So we're down to 69% battery from takeoff. So let's give her a bit more angle. Let's see if I can get some video recording. Okay, so when you're recording video, the lights flash just to let you know that you are recording. From this point onwards, we are going to be losing battery pretty darn quickly. So let's give her a bit of a flip. Now look at this yaw. Yaw is very, very slow. Extremely slow. This is what lets me know that she is purely... She can't read where she is. So I'm going to stop her moving for the second, move her forward a little bit away from this very sort of grassy area, very sort of big mounds, so she can read where she is. This is what lets me know that she is just purely a mobile camera platform and not just a quadcopter for fun, just simply because of how long it takes her to turn herself around on yaw. So long. But see, she's not quick either. This is in slow mode. Now if I go into the settings and if I calibrate her to go into high speed, now we should be seeing a quadcopter which is a lot faster. Her yaw speed increases slightly, either that or it's just an illusion. So you've got to stop her before you go any further, leave her read the floor, bring her down a little bit. Oh, she really isn't liking this. Probably because she's seeing the different colours of grasses, and if you bring her down a little bit lower, there we go. I mean, optical flow does always favour a little bit lower than taking it high, so you have got to remember that a little bit there. You push forward, she flies forward. So what exactly is that? Well, that's the difference between going into the settings and going to selfie mode or aerial mode. Selfie mode, all the settings are reversed. Normal mode, you get everything around the right way. So with this now, I can do a little bit of a fly and see exactly how she goes. So again, still very slow when it comes to yaw, but I thought today we'd take her back out and we'd have a little look and see exactly what else she can do. Now there is an option for 360. Now 360 is when it's just going to turn around on its axis and just record in a total 360-degree circle. It's not going to do 360 flips, it's not going to do anything like that, it's just going to do exactly what it's doing here. And that is just recording exactly what it sees in 360 mode. Now I have got recording anyway. I have got the recording anyway going, so it hasn't automatically initiated a recording. When it gets right way around to its 360 degrees, it shuts off that angle, so it doesn't go any further. All in all, looks to be pretty good. Looks to be pretty good. I'm taking her out quite far for a Wi-Fi copter, that is. Let's move her around a bit. I tell you what I'm going to do is put it onto high mode, high speed. There we go. I don't want it on low mode anymore. Let's see exactly how far we've got. So I'm just checking that we're still recording. Bush. In we go. Now it flies like a little quadcopter should. Perfect. Really good. Really nice. Again, yaw is still a bit too slow for me, but you're getting a good bit of distance out of her. You know, and I mean, if I take her down that far, she's right in the distance, and I've still got full Wi-Fi control and FPV relay. FPV relay is a little bit shaky, but still, I still got full control. You know, brilliant. A different little copter. A different little copter, and that's the difference between selfie mode and what was the other one? Selfie mode and aerial mode. Excellent. Yeah, really enjoying. and she is really going for it. She's chewing through the battery like nobody's business. Now I've lost FPV relay. Let's get back. Oh, there we go. I lost signal and she carries on going. She doesn't stop when you lose signal. And she doesn't return to home. No, nothing as nifty as that. She just carries on going. So all you have to do is just, like I did, is walk a couple of 100 yards, or a couple of yards, not 100 yards, a couple of yards, and she just reconnects. But at the same time, it's worth noting that Wi-Fi signal wasn't showing that there was no signal at all. It just kind of cut out. Thoughts on this guy? Right, actually I think this has got a lot going for it. I really do. So when the controls are reversed, didn't really think that much of it. Thought it's a little bit gimmicky, not really that good. Optical flow sensor does need a bit of work, but it does work quite well when it works, as long as you're over flat areas. If you, like me, were over with grass where there's a lot of uneven grass, lots of bumps, lots of little mounds, then it's not going to be able to read properly. Now, the camera I thought was pretty good. One thing that stood out, there was no frame skipping. So we saw the Tello, we saw the MiTu, little bits of frame skipping in both of them. Once you updated the firmware, the Tello, the frame skipping more or less stopped. This guy didn't have any to begin with, none that I could see. If you saw some, let me know, but I certainly couldn't see anything. The photos were of high quality. The video was good. One thing I did notice, even though I had the SD card inserted, and it was a class 10 brand new one, I did find that nothing recorded onto the SD card, it recorded onto my phone instead. So that's okay, it just makes it more convenient for me. But it does record on the phone at 720p, not 1080 as it should do on the SD card. That's the one issue. Flight was very true, flight was very good. As you saw, when it goes out of Wi-Fi range, it just keeps on going. So you have to extend your arm and walk towards it until it picks up Wi-Fi. As soon as it picks up Wi-Fi, it stops and hovers. Now I would have liked this to have stopped and hovered when it disconnects. So as soon as it realizes it has disconnected, it stops and hovers. That would be really good. Now because of that, I'm not going to be doing the distance flight with this. I was going to, but that just leaves me a little bit wary. So I'm not going to be doing one with this. Although we did take it quite far just on the standard Wi-Fi of my smartphone anyway. All in all, I think this is quite a good guy. He comes in at a much better price than the Tello as well. So, if you were thinking of the Tello, don't discount this guy. Consider him. Alright then folks, well I think it's a winner for this guy. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy the channel. So until next time my friends, happy flying.